What happens after we die? A question that has intrigued humans since the dawn of consciousness. We are about to embark on a journey exploring the various perspectives on this enigma, from the cold logic of science to the metaphysical musings of philosophy, from the faith-driven beliefs of religion to the existentialists' focus on life before death, and even the wild speculations of modern thought. Each offers unique insights into this age-old mystery. Join us as we explore the answers from different perspectives. From a purely biological perspective, death is simply the end. It's the cessation of all life processes in an organism. It's when the heart stops beating, the lungs stop breathing, and the brain waves flatline. But what happens to our consciousness, the self-awareness that makes us who we are? Many neuroscientists believe that consciousness is tied directly to the brain's function, so when the brain ceases to operate, consciousness too fades away. However, there are other theories, speculative though they may be, that suggest otherwise. Some physicists have hypothesized that consciousness might be a state of matter, much like a solid, liquid, or gas. Others have proposed it as a quantum process, occurring in the realm of particles smaller than an atom. These ideas, while fascinating, are highly theoretical and are yet to gain widespread acceptance in mainstream science. Then there's the idea of the hard problem of consciousness, a term coined by philosopher David Chalmers. It's the question of how and why we have subjective experiences. It's one thing to understand the mechanics of the brain, the firing of neurons, and the biochemical reactions, but it's another thing entirely to understand how these physical processes give rise to the subjective experience of being you or me. In the end, while science can explain the physical process of death, it still grapples with the mystery of consciousness. After all, where does you go when your body stops working? Yet, the mystery of consciousness after death remains elusive in the realm of science. Philosophy, on the other hand, offers a different lens to view death. The materialistic view held by many philosophers posits a stark reality. It asserts that death is the final curtain call, the end of consciousness, as it is directly tied to the brain's function. Existence, in this perspective, ceases when the neural lights go out. Then there is the dualistic view, a perspective championed by thinkers like Descartes. This standpoint suggests a dichotomy between the mind and the body, allowing for the possibility of the soul or consciousness to continue its journey post-mortem. The physical vessel may perish, but the essence of who we are, our thoughts, feelings, and experiences, might just transcend this corporeal existence. These contrasting philosophical perspectives on death, the materialistic and the dualistic, illustrate the complexity of the subject. Philosophy, thus, leaves room for both cessation and continuation after death. Religion and spirituality, however, often offer more definitive answers. In the realm of Abrahamic religions, which include Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, there's a common belief in an afterlife. Souls, according to these faiths, journey to a place of reward or punishment, commonly referred to as heaven or hell, based on their earthly deeds. This view provides a moral framework, a sense of justice, that good deeds are rewarded and wrongdoings are penalized, extending beyond our mortal existence. Switching our focus to the East, religions such as Hinduism, Buddhism, and Sikhism present a different narrative. The concept of reincarnation is central to these faiths, where the soul is reborn into a new life after death. This cycle of life, death, and rebirth, known as samsara, is influenced by the individual's karma, their actions, and their consequences. The ultimate goal is to break free from this cycle and attain a state of liberation or enlightenment, thus transcending the physical realm. Venturing into the realms of indigenous and pagan beliefs, we find diverse and rich interpretations of life beyond death. These often involve ancestral spirits, otherworldly realms, and spiritual entities. For instance, some indigenous tribes believe in a spirit world that exists parallel to the physical world, where the spirits of their ancestors continue to exist and interact with the living. Meanwhile, certain pagan traditions embrace the idea of reincarnation, similar to Eastern religions, or envision an afterlife in a spiritual realm. Each of these perspectives, while varied, shares a common thread, a belief in some form of existence beyond physical death. Whether it's an eternal paradise, a cycle of rebirth, or a spiritual realm, these narratives provide comfort, moral guidance, and a way to honor and remember those who have passed. Faith, therefore, provides diverse narratives of the journey beyond death. Existentialists and modern speculators, however, take quite unique stances. Existentialism, a philosophical movement that emerged in the 20th century, emphasized the individual's unique position as a self-determining agent responsible for the authenticity of his or her choices. Existentialist thinkers like Jean-Paul Sartre and Albert Camus argued that life is inherently meaningless. But far from being a cause for despair, this realization actually liberates us. It gives us the freedom to create our own meaning, to focus on life before death, rather than what comes after. In essence, existentialists encourage us to confront the harsh truths of existence and to live life to its fullest, embracing the uncertainty of the unknown. On the other hand, modern speculative thoughts offer a different perspective. With the rapid advancements in technology and theoretical physics, some suggest that we might one day be able to preserve or even simulate consciousness. This is a concept that's become popular in the realm of science fiction, but it's also a topic of serious discussion among futurists and theorists. Imagine human consciousness existing independently of the body, perhaps in a digital form or within a different biological vessel. This view challenges traditional notions of life and death, hinting at a future where mortality might not be the end, but rather a transition. So, our understanding of life after death might be on the brink of a paradigm shift. If you've enjoyed this exploration of profound ideas and futuristic theories, please hit the like button and do not forget to subscribe for more thought-provoking videos. Despite all these perspectives, the question remains, what really happens after we die? From the biological finality of death to the philosophical dualism of Descartes, from the religious notions of afterlife to the existentialist's focus on life before death, and even to the modern speculative thoughts of simulated consciousness, we find a spectrum of beliefs, each unique and complex. Yet the mystery endures, the enigma remains. Perhaps the answer lies in the journey of seeking, rather than in the destination of knowing.